Alright, welcome back. This time we are doing another update video going over the brand new hero that was teased by SMC here today. I'm super excited because if you guys are like me, you probably realize when it comes to Vainglory, there's a plethora of human-based heroes that they release. And while that's great, more heroes, more fun, right? It definitely gets a little boring, a little dry. Repetitive, if you will. And so to kind of break that mold and bring in a few creature-based heroes here and there is always great, in my opinion. And while they do have them in the game, they have Grumpjaw, they have Scarf, Flicker. Does Petal count? I don't know if Petal counts. Fortress is another one. I guess Finn kind of fits in there, but he's more of like a scaly human. And Ozo kind of fits in there too, but he's more of a furry human. So it's a little bit different for those two, I feel, at least in my opinion. And I want to see more beast-like creatures come to the game, or just something that's a little bit more unique that we haven't seen yet. And I would love to see them incorporate that a bit more often when it comes to this game. And it looks like they're going to do that here today, so that's why I'm super excited. Yes, the background that's behind me definitely looks like it's just a human with pointed ears, so aka an elf with a unicorn horn. So I don't know, maybe they got frisky with a unicorn, which is very disturbing. I don't know why I'm saying this, but anyways, moving on. So she is in fact a mermaid. So you guys will see in the video, she does not have two legs. She has, you know, the bottom half of a fish and the upper half of a human-like person. But anyways, let's go ahead and play the video so you guys can go ahead and check her out. And also get a feel for her personality and maybe what she might do in game as far as abilities. And once the video's done, we'll talk about that stuff. So here we go.
You look like you need a hug. I understand. A solo queue is hard sometimes. Maybe join a guild.
Get off my lawn.
And a beautifully manicured lawn it is.
Watching you fight is like watching a fish attempt to jog up a mountain.
That's quite specific.
Play!
No, my friend.
No time to bleed!
So salty. You should always look on the bright side of life. I live underwater. My glass is always full.
Alright, so there was the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I will play it again at the very end for you guys to check out once again. But we did happen to see one of her abilities there. I mean, obviously we had the little skit going on where they played with the lines of the characters, which was kind of cool and unique. I didn't expect them to actually do that. It probably took a little bit of work to figure out which lines would work with what, but that was kind of clever. But anyways, we did happen to see one of her abilities when Saw went to go ahead and shank her. She created this barrier. And so this kind of brings to my attention one of two things. You know, it could be she's a captain and she provides barriers for her you know, allies. Kind of like similar to Arden, where he can do like the Vanguard, where he provides that barrier. Maybe she does something in a similar fashion where she can cast a spell and it casts a barrier on her ally or herself, whatever it may be. Or maybe it has other applications, like you can go ahead and cast this bubble on an enemy as well, and what it will do is it'll actually trap them in that bubble where they can't move. So, you know, there's a bunch of things that this little ability could probably do potentially, but as far as what it actually does do, I'm not sure. We don't really have enough information for that, but I can speculate. You know, it looks like she might be a captain, which would be pretty cool. I think the last captain that was released, I'm trying to think which was the last captain. I mean, Baptiste was used kind of like a captain for a second there. Grace was the last one, I think. And, you know, we can always use some more captains. Make it a little bit more of a robust pool of heroes to choose from for that role. Since we all know captain can get kind of, well, for one, it's tedious, and two, it gets boring after a while because you never get to carry. But if you can play some cool characters and have a big choice of heroes to choose from, then that makes it even more enticing. And maybe that's what they're doing here today. But anyways, super excited. As far as what she might do as well, so she definitely has some kind of relevance to, or reference to, water. So maybe there'll be some kind of tidal wave she can cast. Or maybe it will be like a whirlpool that she creates. So maybe her ultimate will be where she casts a whirlpool at a target location, and it takes all these characters that are around it, all enemies, And if they're anywhere near that ability, they'll get pulled in slowly. And if they get sent into the center, it locks them in there for a few seconds. Whereas, you know, if they have mobility, they can kind of jump out of the outer lining of the ultimate. Kind of interesting ability. It would be kind of similar to, you know, I guess I'm trying to think someone who might have a ability that has that kind of effect. The only thing I can think of is maybe like the Arden ult, where it kind of keeps you in. Except the difference is that hers will pull you into the center. I'm not saying that's actually her ability, but just saying that could be a potential. Or the tidal wave, like I was saying, where she'll cast out a tidal wave, which will, you know, do a bunch of damage, and then it'll apply a slow on the enemies, or maybe it'll, you know, daze them or stun them or something. I don't know. Or maybe she's not even a captain. Maybe she's just a mage, and that was just a barrier that she provides for herself that has other effects, like the barrier also amplifies her I want to say AP CP. Maybe it amplifies her CP by certain amounts when it's actually activated, and then if it disperses, she loses that amplification on her CP damage. Who knows? If she is a mage, then I can suspect maybe she'll have some sort of ability that maybe has some sort of water effect where I don't know. I'm trying to think what else it could be. I don't know. I can't really. I'm not that very creative, I guess, right now. But I guess maybe it'll be something that empowers her basic attack that does damage. Maybe she'll summon a fish. Who knows? I don't know. She'll summon Magikarp. Who knows? And he'll do splash, and then you guys will just laugh, and then she'll die. But also, there was another thing I was thinking of too, what she might be doing. Oh, chain heal. Maybe she has, because a lot of times in a lot of games, water does have some reference to healing, and so therefore maybe she's a healer. Maybe she's not just a, you know, character that provides barriers. Maybe she also provides healing. So she provides both barriers and healing. So that's kind of different, because when it comes to healing, there's Adagio, there's Lyra. And they don't have any kind of barriers they provide to their allies. I mean, Adagio gets like fortified health on his ultimate, but that's different. And Lyra doesn't give any kind of barriers for sure. Arden doesn't have any kind of healing. He provides barriers, but no healing. And I'm trying to think somebody else. And then, of course, Finn has his polite company, but that's fortified health. So none of them have both, you know, healing and barriers. And so maybe she actually has both. Maybe she casts some sort of chain heal where it bounces from one target and it bounces to another that's nearby. And if, you know, they're not nearby, then it'll only bounce to, you know, that target and yourself. Who knows? But it definitely seems like it'll be an interesting concept. What do you guys think? What do you guys think the hero is as far as role? What do you think she will do? Will she be a healer? Or will she strictly only provide barriers? Or maybe she's not a captain and she's a true-to-heart mage. What do you think she can do as far as abilities? I'm actually interested to know the mage part more than anything else, because I had a hard time thinking of anything. Like maybe, like I said, maybe she'll summon things. Like she'll summon Piranha, or which would be kind of cool actually. Or she'll summon a shark. That would be pretty badass. Like for her ultimate, like a shark comes up and just slams into the ground and does like a bunch of damage. That'd be kind of cool. But anyways, again, let me know. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll play it again for you guys to check out once again right before the video ends. And hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Later.
You look like you need a hug. I understand. A solo queue is hard sometimes. Maybe join a guild.
Get off my lawn.
And a beautifully manicured lawn it is.
Watching you fight is like watching a fish attempt to jog up a mountain.
That's quite specific.
Play!
No, my friend.
Now time to play!
So salty. You should always look on the bright side of life. I live underwater. My glass is always full.